This is a video of the ACT Party leader, David Seymour, making scientifically misleading statements and lies. Watch this.
Yeah, g'day legends. Imagine a technology that could create more interesting, higher paying jobs while solving environmental problems and making us all wealthier as a country. Now imagine that technology exists, but government laws mean it can only be done as experiments in a lab, not in real life. That's pretty much the situation we have with genetic engineering or genetically modified organisms in New Zealand today. And if you look at the science, any serious scientist will tell you that there is no danger. It's all been made up by the kinds of scientifically illiterate greenie muppets who probably think the earth is flat and the sun is just some Greek god riding a chariot across the sky. The ACT Party wholeheartedly supports liberalising our genetic engineering laws so that we can actually advance in the world, use better technology to create a more interesting and lucrative future for ourselves, rather than staying back in the dark ages while the rest of the world moves on with better and better technology.
I vote we send you back to the dark ages and you can take your GMOs with you. Just to be clear what David is doing here, he's using a kind of fear of loss, sales and manipulation technique by implying that New Zealand is being restrictive or being left behind in technology or opportunities. Not true. Genetic engineering has always been allowed to happen in New Zealand. It's just happened in contained research facilities where there is excellent safeguards for the environment and human health. That's why we have no genetic contamination throughout our crops or our native species. He also makes a very misleading statement by claiming that there is no danger. Well, no genetic engineering scientist worth their salt would ever make such a claim, because genetic engineering comes with many unknown consequences and off-target effects throughout the genome when you start doing lab-based genetic engineering techniques. All genetic engineering scientists know this, only honest ones will admit it. GMOs are not some high-tech flash technology that often improve environmental outcomes or nutritional density. It is a way of multinational biotechnology corporations monopolizing seed patents and selling more pesticides. That is what 30 years of evidence tells us. Plus a few novelty products like different colored fruits each week and maybe some tearless onions. Not anything of real tangible public benefit, certainly not really anything of economic benefit, especially for New Zealand, who is a non-GMO exporter globally and super successful because of that brand. So when David is talking about economic opportunities and making money for the country, I think what he really means to say is enriching his donors and his mates that he's been rubbing shoulders with, just to be honest about it. He also calls the vast majority of the New Zealand public and the 97% of the submissions who were strongly opposed to this bill greenie muppets. Kindly don't brush us in with them lot. We've got more sense than them. So just know, if you're voting for this gimp come election time, you're voting for a genetically modified food supply, selling out of your international successful brand and your non-GMO export advantage, and farmers, he's selling your farming viability down the road with it as well.